What is up, everybody? It is your boy Arlie, aka Young Garlic from Arcane Society, and we are here today starting a new series. This is going to be an educational type series, and also one for me that I think is going to help me better myself as a trader, and along the way, better newer members of our community. A little bit of background about me: I'm 26 years old. I live in the good state of Georgia, and college graduate, no financial background or economic background, anything like that. I was actually a double chemistry major in college, and then I just kind of did that in school. And then what got me into trading is actually coming on to my first year of trading was the GME pop. I saw about it on retail or not retail on Reddit, social media. I mean, if you didn't see it, then you probably live under a rock. But that's what got me into trading was seeing all these people make all this money, and seeing, well, if you can get good at this and see things like this happen, it is a very viable way to generate capital in your life. So yeah, I'm a new trader. I like to think of myself as kind of a scalper, but kind of starting to move towards just intraday trading, sometimes swinging. I'm not super comfortable swinging. But yeah. All right. So as we're going on this journey, I'm going on this journey because I am not a profitable trader yet. Before I was paper trading a lot. I've blown up a few accounts, started paper trading, blah blah blah, looking for a system, and I came across what's known as Ripster Clouds, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard of them. They're a super good system. Shout out to Ripster, he's a great trader. And I started using those, trying to use those as scalp paper trading, and I was finding some success. But the thing is, I never really had a plan. There was a night where it was me, Riley, and another one of our traders named his name was KP, and he asked me, he's like, "What's your plan?" Because I had a bad day trading and I was down, and I was just talking to the guys, like, getting advice, whatever. And he's like, "What's your plan?" And I was like, "I use EMA clouds." He's like, "That's not a plan, that's a strat. You need to have a plan for every trade you take." And I realized, like, I don't have a plan. Like, I have a strategy I like to use, but I don't have a plan for each and every trade. Why am I taking this trade? Are there reasons to not take this trade? Are we considering market conditions before we take this trade? What's the trend look like on the ticker for the day? Blah blah blah. I didn't have any of that. So getting with I got to where I was just kind of beat down, just not feeling confident in myself as a trader, and got to talking with Riley, and he has just helped me a lot. He's kind of been mentoring me. He's kind of a mentor to the whole channel, but luckily I'm in a place where I'm able to stay up late because he's a night owl for sure, and we'll stay up late and we'll chart and we'll sit there and just look at tickers. We'll do replays of the day, like blah blah blah, and the big thing that he preaches is trading without indicators. Indicators are good to use, but learning to trade without them is a super important aspect a trader can learn, because indicators are always lagging. But if you learn to use your volume and your price action, you are never behind in the market, because that's your stock moves off of your volume. Your price action happens because of your volume. So if you can learn to see that, you can learn to make these plays and catch these plays before they happen. Um, so moving along with this journey, I just want to be 100% straight up. I'm going to be as transparent as possible with this portfolio, how much is in it, how I did throughout the day, um, and I'm just not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fluff my P&L, for clicks. This isn't what it's about. It is about us, the small guys, the small retail traders, the new traders against the big guys. And if we want to succeed in trading, we have to learn to develop a plan, develop risk management, and we have to, not we have to be honest with ourselves. Like, for example, I started this portfolio with $750. I managed to trade it up to like 1,000, 1,250. But I was trading super volatile tickers like Nvidia, AMD. I think I traded Tesla at one point, just super out of the money. But anyways, and I was getting good gains, but anytime I'd have a big day, I'd have an even bigger loss the next day. And a lot of this was coming from, I did not have a plan in place. I didn't have risk management. I didn't have stop losses. I didn't have price targets. Blah blah blah. And this is when I started seeing my drawdown, and eventually the account almost got nuked. We have not nuked the account yet. We're hanging on by a thread. But that is going to be the whole point of this journal, this journey, whatever you want to call it, is to see what we can do, um, reflect on our decisions daily. So it's going to make me better as a trader, but I'm also hoping it's going to educate any new traders we have in the community who can follow along with someone who's new and kind of help get through the waters of trading. Because before I met Riley, everything I've learned is just YouTube videos, Investopedia, reading books. And so hopefully this will help serve as a kind of a mentorship for the new guys who can see what it's like to develop a system and practice a system and learn risk management and hopefully save your port in the future. Alright, so every day I generate a watch list for Arcane. I like to choose tickers that are smaller, that are, I have a small account, so I want to choose tickers that are small for me and they're small account friendly for other guys in the community, because we do have traders in the community who have really nice size portfolios, but we also have a large amount who do not have large size portfolios. So mine, I'm about $100. It's hard to trade with a small portfolio, but it can be done. You just have to have plans. This is kind of what we're setting up here, right? So I'll go through, pick some tickers, everything under $100 I trade with. So this morning I traded Snap, right? And this plan is centered around setting levels that you like in pre-market. Everyone's levels are going to be kind of different, but you got to make sure you have a long signal and a short signal. And I also like to mark the pre-market high and pre-market low. All right, so here we have our pre-market low, we have our pre-market high, and we also just kind of have these levels here that we kind of bounce around. All right, so I've marked all these. All right, we choose these levels because they set the tone for how the ticker is going to trade throughout the day. As you can see here, these are just levels I've marked, and it respects these levels to a T. So that is kind of the theory behind the levels and why we pick them and why we choose pre-market levels. You can also use levels from the day before, like right here. This level I chose here was yesterday's high, right? This is where we closed at yesterday. As you can see, it's a super important level for today. So this is the theory why we choose these levels and the whole basis at the start of our plan. Alright, so the trades I took today were purely based on the levels I have, right? So of course at open we pop, futures were green. We're not going to catch this move. It's not really smart to take trades right at open unless you're closing a position you swung. Just because we want to kind of give the market some time to breathe and figure out where it wants to go for the day. Right, so at open we pop. So I'm like, okay, I didn't have a position. I'm just going to let the market ride. Let's see what it wants to do. Well, 10 minutes into the market, we have already seen us kind of start to fight a level up here, right? We had some nice action at open, and then we start to see some bears come in. And it was around this time I took my first trade for the day. At 9:40, I decided to short, and I will tell you exactly why. Right here, this first red candle, we see bears starting to step in, right? Then we get a bull candle. You see the volume, the bull candle and the bull volume and the bear volume are pretty much equal, right? And then the next candle, the bear volume is greater than the bull candle before. And then after that, we start to see bulls fall off and bears start to step in more. So at 9:40, I took a short right here at this candle, right? I liked that there were more bears here, that the volume was starting to increase on the bear side, so I took it. The thing about this system is I'm only trading one contract at a time right now, and if I have a stop loss set, it's either the trade's going to hit or it's going to hit my stop loss. I'm not mad about that because using this system and using the levels we have for pre-market, we can usually find some really good trades. So like for example, right here I took a short entry, and this was not a bad entry, right? We see some nice downward action here. I think I was up like 6% on this. I probably could have taken profit, but I just want to see where we went. And it's funny because we bounced right at our pre-market high, right? So I think I exited this trade at 9:56. Yeah, 9:56. I was still green because I took a short up here, and then we start to get here. Our premiums start to kind of die because we're starting to see more buyers step in on the call side. People are getting out of their short positions because we're trending up. So I ended up getting out for, what was that, 8% 8% loss, or $8 loss rather. So not bad. Not mad about it. And then I decided to take a call, right? And I'll tell you exactly why I took the call. At 9:56, we see this right here, but we're still trending up. Now, let me just go ahead and say this. I don't use the 1 minute only to trade. I use a mix of the 1, 3, 5, and 10. I just like to use the 1 minute to try to find volume anomalies. And you know, as we go through the series, you'll learn about what these volume anomalies are and why we like to find them. But 9:56, I exited my short and I took a long because I liked that we were like, there's super small bear volume here. You see this, like this candle, this is a nice range on this candle, but there's really no bear volume. This is kind of an anomaly here. So I take this entry, and then I see these green candles, right here, and we start, like, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna break this level, this high that we had, and we end up wicking off of it, and then the bears step in. I ended up stopping out of this. What was that? $10 loss. Not bad. Probably could have been a tighter stop loss, but I wanted to see what happened. So we wick off of this, and then we start selling off. I ended up exiting. I then took a short position at 10:07. All right, we start to lose this pre-market high level. We ended up coming back and back testing it, and this was a really good trade today. I think this was a $15 gain on the day. So not bad. Put me back break even on the day. So I wasn't mad about it. And then we break down, and this is kind of where this system, that's why I love this system right here, guys. I see this volume exhaustion candle come in, right? Super long lower wick, right? This is a volume anomaly. Look how high our volume is. Look how small the wick is. Look how, or small the candle is rather. Buyers are stepping in. Alright, so I'm just like, alright, let's wait, let's see what happens. And then at 10:15 is where I ended up closing this short position because I saw this. Alright, buyers are here. Buyers are stepping in. If you can hear my dog in the background, I apologize. So I exited. Here would have been a really good long entry just because we never really touch our short signal. Right, we're at the median of between our long and short signal. Right, could have taken a long entry here. But if you missed it, you could have also taken one here. You see how we break through and we come back and we kind of test this long area, right? If we go to the 3 minute, all right, we get a 3 minute candle close above our long signal. And then from there, that's when it starts to get interesting and we rock it. This was a dollar move. So if you would have taken this long entry here, it would have been a super good entry. We see buyers here for every bear candle that comes in. The next buyer candle is the same size, and after that, the bears are exhausted and they don't have any more momentum, and so the bulls take over. I ended up missing this move. Right? I actually played another short right here. All right, we go on the 1 minute. I took a short entry at 10:30. Looking back on it, not a bad entry. Just, it just kind of works like this. This is what I saw though. I see this super sharp down move, right? And in my head, I'm automatically thinking, all right, we moved down, we got to consolidate. The market has to kind of breathe. And then I saw this. We started to kind of bear flag. All right. I took my entry here at 10:30, right off of our pre-market high, the level we bounced off earlier. I said, all right, we failed to claim it. We should start seeing some downward action. We end up testing the breakout of it again. We fall under our bear flag, and I thought I was good here, but we ended up recovering on the bull side. The market was really bullish today, so this is pretty much why this happened. I'm pretty sure if I go look at SPY at 10:30, we'll see action like this. Where's SPY at? Yep. SPY 10:30, consolidated and rocketed. I pulled Snapchat with it, pulled the rest of the market with it, and that's what happened there. I ended up missing my stop loss here. I didn't have one set. I had a mental one set, but I was working at the time. So I ended up missing. I didn't get out to up here. I didn't get to look at my phone for a few minutes, and I ended up It was still only like it was a 15% loss. I wish it would have been a little bit smaller of a loss, but we can't be mad about it. But yeah, that's the trades I took today. Not bad. Could they have been better? Of course. But the one trade that did work was a nice move, 25% move. Not mad about that. If we can just line up these big moves to our favor, 25%, 30%, and start taking profit over time and keep our risk management low, the portfolio has no choice but to grow. That is, if we have good entries, and that is where our VPA comes in, this volume price analysis, and that's pretty much how this system is working. So overall, um, I'm not mad about today. We played this bear flag, and the market makers just wanted to kind of mess with us and not break it down, but break it out, and it is what it is. Could have used a stop loss to protect myself while I was working, but I didn't think I'd be away from my position that long. Entries weren't bad. My thesis was there on my entries. They just didn't work out how I wanted, but that's why we have our risk management in place, because when they do work out, we know that they work out, right? I mean, that was a big move we had today on one trade. Um, so not bad. In the future, just going to keep focusing on these levels, keep setting my morning levels and just trading those. And we'll see where this journey takes us. But that's going to wrap it up for this first video. I want to send a shout out to Arcane, of course, for allowing me to start this series. Gonna be trying to do this daily for you guys, if not a few times a week, just kind of going over trades I took that day. Again, gonna have complete transparency with where the account is at. Did I follow my plan? Did I not? Because I want the new traders to see what it's like for another new trader to work through creating a system so that they're not just trying to do it on their own, because that's so hard. It's so stressful. You ask Riley, he'll attest to it. He is completely self-taught, and even when he started, he struggled. But again, this is his system. He has developed. He is passing on to me. So we're going to take this journey, and we are going to learn together and see where we go. I'm going to plug the Discord down below. Plug my Webull as well if you want to support the account. If you're new to trading, want to start trading, use my link. We'll both get some free stocks. Other than that, any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.